going to tell you, 2 years ago we talked here, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but that interview was one of the highest interviews of that year for me on the site, because you told great stories, and it was gift, and it was on the Tumblr, and it was everywhere. You were explaining your love of chilies. You also were maybe telling a story about going to the movies with Chris.
Yeah, I remember those stories.
Right.
Yeah.
They did very well for fans. Really responded.
Okay, good. That's good. I mean, I was just telling the truth.
Exactly.
You know, I asked Clark Gregg where a nice place to eat was, and he said Chili's, and I went to Chili's, and I thought it was just this one restaurant. I didn't realize there were 10,000 Chili's across the United States.
You know something? It's all good.
Spread the love.
Exactly.
Spread the love.
Let me actually. Well, we're here talking about Disney, Pixar, D23.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has to be really cool to be a part of the animated universe and to be able to voice a character. And one that you're doing is really cool.
Captain Hook. It's that simple. When it landed on my desk and they said, "Would you like to come and voice Captain Hook for Disney?" I was like, it's a no-brainer. Especially because, you know, I grew up with the character, I grew up with the story, I grew up with Disney films, and it was one of my. I always wanted to be to play a Disney animation character, and for it to be Captain Hook was like the best. Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the way, how the project has changed along the way, if at all, and how much you've been able to sort of influence maybe the story or your character based on, delivering dialogue.
Well, it was an interesting thing. I was presented with the way he was going to be drawn, and there's a huge arc in it as well. So he starts out as an open-hearted cabin boy. He's just cabin boy James. He's on the ship with all the other pirates, and they're this merry band and a motley crew, and they sing songs about plunder and pillage and sailing the seven seas and just being pirates, basically. And there's a huge joie de vivre to that, a real kind of sense of bonhomie and camaraderie that Zarina, this fairy voiced by Christina Hendricks, comes into, because she's run away from where the fairies are in Neverland, Pixie Hollow, and she's left Tinkerbell and all those people at home, and she's now become a pirate captain. And Cabin Boy James is her best friend, and he's honest and kind and attentive, and they do lots of things together, and they sing and they fly, and then halfway through the movie it's revealed that Cabin Boy James is no cabin boy. He's ruthless and cunning and a captain, and his name is Captain Hook.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I definitely have to ask you, one of the highlights at this year's Comic-Con, without a doubt, is what you did. And
thank you.
Honestly though, how effing cool was it to come out in character and do that?
It was crazy, just deranged and all out bananas. I mean, I was so I wanted it to be good, and I wanted it to work and stuff, but I had no idea that was going to be the response when I walked out on stage. I mean, I thought there might be a few fans in the audience and stuff, but anyway, it was like being at Glastonbury or something, you know. I understand why Mick Jagger does that kind of thing at 70 years old. Like, you know, it's a rush.
Well, obviously you're doing a script, so who wrote the dialogue, and how much did you maybe change it a little bit based on being overwhelmed by 7,000 people losing their minds?
I had to improvise a bit. I mean, I wrote most of it, actually. I mean, I knew I just wanted to kind of riff on.
Wait, so you wrote all those lines?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say congrats, because that was effing good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I've been playing the character for a while, so I sort of know how he. I knew I didn't want it to be. The guys suggested that I might say something like about introducing the trailer or like the clip or something, and I was like, Loki doesn't know what a trailer is. Like, a clip is probably is what Odin's hand does around your ear when he's angry when you're a child. He clips you around the ear. Like, a clip is a piece of video footage is something that in Loki's mind is non-existent. So I made it a kind of, your ears yearn for untold stories, your eyes crave unseen sights, your imaginations ache and hunger. Anyway, it was fun. It was a really, really fun thing to do, and it was a nice way of saying thank you to all the fans, who support these films in the most incredible and extraordinary way. So
I have to wrap with you, but just real quick, have you seen a rough cut yet of the sequel for Thor? And just what was it like working on the sequel compared to the first one?
I've seen little bits and pieces. It was amazing fun, what was it like? I mean, how do I sum that up? It was enormous and epic and challenging. And challenging only in that all of us, like in Chris Hemsworth and I, first and foremost, really wanted to do something that was new and different, and so that you sort of took the two characters that people have come to know, Thor and Loki, and you took them. It was a new spin, a new iteration, a new journey for them to go down as characters. That their natures were evolved and changed by the things that happen in the story, and I'm really excited for you to see it, because I think it's got all the good stuff, but it's also got some new stuff.
I gotta go, but real quick, I forgot. What do you collect, if anything? I've been asking this of everyone.
What do I collect?
You ever go on Amazon or eBay? You're always looking for something.
I guess I collect books. I have so many books. My house is full of books. Not specifically of anything, but probably of more than anything else in my house. I have plays. I have loads and loads and loads of plays and novels. And my house is wall-to-wall books, basically. And Al Pacino films. I've seen them all.
I want to leave it there and say thank you so much, sir. Looking forward to everything.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.